Barbara McClintock was not loud. She did not chase fame. She did not build a school around herself. But she changed biology forever, and almost no one listened. One of the world's leading geneticists was suddenly treated as if she had nothing left to say. She was born in 1902 in Hartford, Connecticut. From the beginning, she didn't fit expectations. She was independent, restless, uncomfortable with rules, especially the ones placed on women. Her mother worried that too much education would make her unmarriageable. Barbara didn't care. She wanted to understand how life worked, not on the surface, but underneath. At Cornell University, she found her language: genetics. Not abstract equations, but chromosomes you could see. She learned to stain them, observe them, track them through generations. While others studied genes statistically, McClintock watched them move. She worked mostly alone, long hours in the lab, surrounded by corn plants. Maize became her universe. Its large chromosomes made genetic change visible in a way few organisms allowed. While other scientists raced with fruit flies that bred in days, Barbara chose corn. It was a slow technology. It forced her to wait months for a single answer, to think deeply while the plants grew under the sun. To her, chromosomes were not static objects. They were alive, responsive, almost expressive. By the 1930s and 40s, she had already made major discoveries: crossing over, chromosomal mapping, gene regulation. She was brilliant, respected. But then she saw something no one expected. Barbara McClintock noticed that some genes did not stay put. They moved. They jumped from one location to another. These genetic elements could turn genes on or off. They could reshape inheritance. She saw it in the kernels, not just solid yellow or white, but a mosaic of purple spots and streaks. To the world, they were just patterns. To Barbara, they were the fingerprints of genes in motion. She called them controlling elements. Today, we call them transposable elements, or jumping genes. At the time, this idea was shocking. Genes were supposed to be fixed, stable, orderly. She believed the genome was dynamic, capable of restructuring itself in response to disruption. She presented her findings carefully, meticulously, and was met with silence, confusion, skepticism. Many simply didn't believe her. Some thought she was mistaken. Others thought she was imagining patterns that weren't there. The field moved on without her. Barbara McClintock did something rare and courageous. She stopped trying to persuade those who weren't ready to listen. She continued working, but no longer tried to persuade. She withdrew from publishing, from conferences, from debate, not because she doubted herself, but because she felt others weren't ready to understand. She once said, "I was so interested in what I was doing that I could hardly wait to get up in the morning." She believed that science required intimacy, a deep listening to nature, not forcing it to speak your language. To McClintock, genes were not machines. They were part of a living system, communicating, adjusting, adapting. Decades passed. Then something changed. In the 1960s and 70s, molecular biology exploded. DNA sequencing advanced. Genomes were decoded. Suddenly, jumping genes were everywhere. Today, transposable elements make up nearly half of the human genome. In bacteria, in plants, in animals, in humans. What McClintock had seen in corn was fundamental to life itself. In 1983, at the age of 81, Barbara McClintock received the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. She didn't get the phone call from Stockholm. She didn't even own a telephone. She preferred to be free of interruptions. She found out from the radio and went back to her morning routine of picking black walnuts on the lab grounds. She did not share it. She received it alone. The Nobel Committee called her discovery one of the most important genetic discoveries of the 20th century. She accepted quietly, without triumph. She had never needed validation. She once reflected on the decades of silence, saying, if you know you are on the right track, if you have this inner knowledge, then nobody can turn you off, no matter what they say. Barbara McClintock died in 1992. She left no school, no manifesto, no cult of personality. Only an idea that reshaped biology, that life is not rigid, not mechanical, but responsive, creative, alive. And maybe her legacy is not just scientific. It's a reminder that sometimes being right means being lonely. That understanding can arrive long after a voice goes quiet. And that truth does not hurry, it waits. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more stories of those who changed the world, often before the world was ready to listen.